Hello, my name is Sean, and welcome to the Courageour Frights, a channel where we talk about movies and games, especially those dealing with the sci-fi, action, and horror genres. Today I'm going to be giving my thoughts about the brand new Netflix film Enola Holmes 2. I did a brief review of the first film, which you can find in the description below, but to give a short summary, I enjoyed that film quite a bit. I'm a fan of Millie Bobby Brown from her roles in Stranger Things and the legendary Godzilla films, and feel she does a great job playing the quirky and fourth wall breaking younger sister of legendary detective Sherlock Holmes. These films are somewhat loosely based on an ongoing series of young adult novels written by Nancy Springer, which comprise 7 books, which began in 2006, and so far the most recent was published in 2021, so there's still plenty of source material for the writers to work with, although Enola Holmes seems to deviate from those considerably. In addition to a fun lead performance by Millie, this franchise also has 2 other stellar casting choices, in my opinion, in the brilliantly cast Helena Bonham Carter's Eudora Holmes, the mother of Sherlock, Mycroft, and Enola, and of course Henry Cavill as Sherlock himself, who both return for the sequel with bigger roles for both of them this time, especially Cavill, which I enjoyed a lot. His take on the character is great, and I've been a huge fan of his since Man of Steel, so I hope they continue to do more with his character if and when future installments are released. As with the first film, Enola Holmes was directed by Henry Bradbeer from a screenplay by Jack Thorne. While the first film was initially a WB picture, which was planned for a theatrical release before being put out by Netflix due to pandemic restrictions, the sequel and likely any potential follow up seem to have been designed with Netflix in mind from the start. This time around, the plot of the story centers around real life event of the Match Girls strike of 1888 and labor activist Sarah Chapman. The historical event was a workers' strike by the girls and young women against their employer, the Bryan and Mays Match Factory in London, as a result of horrendous working conditions, especially involving prolonged exposure to white phosphorus, all of which is worked extensively into the script of this film, which gives it an interesting angle. I always enjoy it when fictional stories make an attempt to weave historical events into their narrative and give alternative explanations. As a result, I like the story and the mystery element in this film, and I felt the expanded role for Sherlock was some of this film's strong suits. There's also a pretty decent action sequence at the end of the film featuring Enola Sherlock and Lord Viscount Tewkesbury, another returning character that is so far easily the best of the 2 films. Although I have a bit of a complaint slash critique in this area, as I feel that while the fight choreography here is good, I wish I could say the same about the direction and cinematography. This is far from a unique problem, but many British and Hollywood action productions suffer from having the camera too close to the action and using a lot of quick jump cut edits for stylistic effect, which just makes the sequences difficult to follow and detract from the overall quality, in my opinion. We know Cavill knows how to do fight sequences, as seen in many of his other productions, perhaps most notably against Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible franchise. And it's probably a lesser known fact about her, but Millie Bobby Brown has been a practitioner of Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu for quite a while, so I doubt she would have much of an issue performing the techniques. I only wish the camera was able to showcase that much better. This is also especially true in a fight sequence in the forest earlier, which is brought down by a cringy score and again focusing the camera lens way too close on the actors. But aside from that complaint, I enjoyed this film quite a bit and would recommend it, especially if you like the first film. The director has said that there has been quite a lot of talk about a potential sequel or sequels, and that Millie and Henry both seemed on board with the idea provided their schedules are free, which would be the biggest hurdle going forward. As you're probably already aware, Henry Cavill's leaving The Witcher after season 3, so that might free up some time. However, he's also going to be returning to WB and DC to reprise his Superman character, and also has a Highlander film lined up with John Wick director Chad Stahelski planned. It would also depend on Cavill's standing with Netflix, as I'm not sure how the studio views his departure from one of their flagship series. But hopefully they're still on good terms, as I would certainly like to see him return the role in the future. Well, that's going to do it for my review of Enola Holmes 2. If you saw it, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching. See ya.